All right, it's back on again. It's back on again. Now, Eliminator, you look. Did you see it?
Yeah, I got it. It's taking me somewhere else, so apparently I ain't caught it back up to it yet.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I bumped the wire over here. It might have been Cat 5 cable coming in. I don't know why that would be any problem, but anyway, I noticed it earlier when I had to trying to type in the information for the old radio night there, and I moved the laptop and poof, there it went, the picture. And I said, well, and they said, well, let's try to reconnect, but they never did get the thing back again. But it's on there now. Did you find it there, Sawblade?
Oh, yeah, 10-4, Old Radio Night, 1/12/2019. Johnson Messenger, 124.
Yeah. Is it, do you see it moving right now? You see it red when I'm talking?
10-4, red light with Johnson on it.
And you can hear yourself on there too. You can type something on the side over there.
Yeah, I see it and I hear it, but I don't know if it's going to mess me up too much if I try to listen to it and talk on here at the same time.
Yeah, well, just type something on there. Let's see. There, what's going on now? Paul Williams. I don't know. I just had trouble with it going in and out for some reason, so I had to restart it again there. Just Old Radio Night. Anyway, yeah, type, if y'all would, you can type something in over there in the chat, live chat thing. Just say anything there. It don't matter. Okay, I'm back out.
It says chat is disabled for this live stream.
It might not be the right one. It might be the old one. It might be the first one. This is number 2.
Oh, shoot. All right.
The first one I had for quite a while, and I bumped one of the wires. I don't know what's going on with that, and it went out. This one here has just started. It's only got a couple of minutes on it.
Got it. So number 2.
Roger. Okay. Well, if you see it right now, it's lit up red. I'm on key. And there's red again. And there's red again there, right?
10-4. Yeah, I can hear myself on there now.
Yeah, Greg Eagle out there in Oklahoma said it's sounding good there. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's real touchy. This Comcast, no, Spectrum, used to be Time Warner. It's still Time Warner. I don't know. Roadrunner, Internet. I've only got 1.7. It's the speed of upload. And it is real touchy, and I need about 10, but I'm not going to pay another $60 just to get the 10, Where's Paul? What you talking about there, Paul? Sorry about what? Oh, about the connection problem? Yeah, that in. Hey, it is what it is, you know. Windstream, yeah. I don't know. I tell you, some of those guys have the satellite Hughes network or whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about them because they might sue me. But a lot of people have problems there with their internet goes in and out. When I first moved out here, built the place back here, I was 1,000 feet from the road. They wouldn't run it but 300 feet. And finally got them to, they had that little bitty cable all over the neighborhood. I'm talking about that little small stuff running all over the place. Like it was a big house, but it was going to different houses, And then they came through and ran the bigger stuff. And eventually I got them to run the main line right back here. So I got main line right into within probably, 50 feet of my house, that big stuff. So I'm doing good on that. Butterbean, did you have any old call in up there in North Carolina tonight? I'm talking to him on the radio. On channel 14, they have that call in prayer request and different states check in on about 9 o'clock. Well, they're doing it probably right now up there in Black Mountain, North Carolina. And I've talked to them several times and got on the video gate, but you have to almost have a set of beams really to get them real good. Has to be real quiet to get them. It's like 280 miles away. But different states will call and check in from Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, all over the place there. It's pretty neat. But it's on channel 14 is where they're at. All right, Saw Blade, I got you.
10-4, yeah, I had to sign in and create my own channel and all kinds of stuff, but I'm in there now.
Well, that's good. You got your own channel there. You can start uploading some videos or any kind of thing there off your phone or little short stuff and all like that. And shoot, that'll be great.
10-4. I've had a YouTube account for a long time, but I've never really signed into it to do anything with. I've just searched around and stuff with it, but yeah, I'll be starting doing something.
Right. Well, that's good. Well, I'll try to help you if you need any help on uploading something and stuff like that. There, what on your computer? What is it? Windows 10, Windows 8, or what?
Oh, I got Windows 10 on a Microsoft Surface Pro.
Okay, Windows 10. All right, well, one of the good ones to get, and Windows 8, I think that was the last time. You can still get it, but I'd be careful of it and just check it out and make sure there's no thing hooked on with it when you get it. Is a Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker. You can use that and record on that and then upload it to YouTube. That way, if you're trying to do it on YouTube, sometimes it'll drop you and then everything is lost there. I don't know what, it wasn't live. It's something else. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't live. It's another way to do it. I used to do that, but I lost so many of good ones that way. So I started using Movie Maker, and then I'd already have it recorded. And then if YouTube would drop it, I could just start all over again, and I still had it. So I just wanted to tell you about that. With a Movie Maker, you can do all kind of things with your videos. You can add other pictures in there and all that kind of stuff. So that might be an option for you there.
10-4, for the price I paid for the Surface Pro 4, man, this thing should take me to the moon, but I don't think it's going to.
10-4. Well, you might be like those Chinese people. They went on the back of the moon. That way we can't see them.
Yeah, 10-4. I heard about that. That was a week or two ago, I do believe.
Yeah, what I don't understand is why don't we ever see any pictures of the stuff they left up there? You know, all these things flying around the moon, taking pictures and all like that. Why don't they show the lander and the rover and the flag and all like that? Why don't we ever get to see that? How come with these high-powered telescopes that they have here that can see, Neptune and all, look like they'd be able to see that on the moon up there? But I don't know why we don't. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, they can pick up planets from another solar system, but we can't see the flag that we planted on the moon here with these telescopes that we got now. Oh no, I know exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'd just like to see, hey, how's that thing doing up there? Is it rusting up, or does it look like it was, or what happened? Did the flag get blown down whenever y'all took off, or how's that rover doing up there? Is the tire still got 6 pounds of pressure, or what's going on?
I'd have to, if I'd have been up on the moon, I had to leave something behind just to blow somebody's mind. Right where your footprints are in the moon dust, leave a cigarette butt.
10-4. Well, when I'd have went up there, I'd have had 3 tracks in the moon.
What you do is you sneak great big, great big cast Bigfoot footprints, or great big bird, bird prints, and then you got your sticks with the big bird prints, and you put it on your bottom of your shoe, and you can walk across and leave like these big bird prints walking across the road.
Yeah.
Hey, they got Yetis on the moon.
Yes, I mean, really, Night Ranger. Why don't we get to see some pictures of they're flying all around the thing, taking pictures there for a while. The Japanese or somebody was up there flying around the moon, and they always have something going on. And then they had the Chinese people. They landed on the back of the moon that we can't see what they're doing. We don't know if they're up there or not. They say they're up there, and they're looking for water, looking for some water on the moon there.
If we ain't careful, them daggone Chinese people, man, they're going to have a whole station up there, and they're going to be going to Mars and all kinds of stuff. From us USA, we're just going to be stuck down here in our own little country here.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, they went up there in the 60s, and what they found, a bunch of dirt and no life. So, I mean, I spend a whole bunch of my money to go up and see a bunch of dirt and no life.
Well, as long as they don't get up there and start, dropping bombs down on us,
That's why Trump wants to go up there and make another, military in outer space. Well, I mean, just think about what is on the moon that's worth going back for, and honestly, not much. It's not what's on the moon, it's what's in the moon. Yeah, but anything you might find there, look at the cost of what it takes to go get it and bring it back.
Well, if it was me, I'd be using the moon as a station to launch off from, just because of the gravity that's on the moon. There is hardly no gravity on the moon, so it wouldn't take nothing to launch off from the moon to go to another planet in our solar system. I'd use the moon as a jumping stone.
Yeah, but you still got to get all the cost of putting everything in the first place, which is rather exorbitant.
10-4.
Hell, we can't even get along going. There's a lot of those conspiracy theory people. They show this one photo, that shows the guy standing there, supposedly there's 2 shadows being cast, and they try to claim that where is this, what's the source of light for the second shadow? And I don't know if the photo's been doctored or not, but the people that say that haven't really thought it out. Because if you were standing on the surface of the moon and you're looking up, there would be two sources of light. The obvious one is the sun, and the second source of light is the Earth. And the Earth is considered, 2/3 of the Earth's surface is covered with water, which is highly reflective. So, you know how bright the moon can be at night? Well, the Earth's a lot bigger, plus it's covered with water for 2/3 of our surface. So, you know, the Earth would be even brighter in the sky than the moon is for us when it's a full moon.
Agreed.
Gray Eagle said NASA's got it parked at Area 51. I used to stay up many nights listening to that Art Bell and those other guys, about Area 51. Back then it was just, they were denying it existed, and they were climbing up on other mountains trying to see the place. It's pretty interesting. I missed a lot of sleep over that.
If they go up there on the backside of the moon, they'll find Amelia Earhart's plane and Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
Oh, Elvis is up there too.
What's that girl that disappeared? Oh no, they did find her. She was. I was going to say, so that woman, that girl, they won't let go of on the grocery rags, but I guess they did find her.
The one that their mother and father got killed.
No, they kept trying to claim the parents killed her, but
Oh, Joan Benet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they just can't let that go. And then, of course, they also can't let JFK conspiracies go.
Yeah, well, they kept on till the woman, the mama died.
It's like we can't come up with any new stories that run JFK conspiracies or John Bonet conspiracy.
Well, the son, he got rich. He got a lawsuit against one of the TV stations and got millions of dollars.
Break out.
Come ahead. I say again there, 15-4.
And we out here in this audio.
Yeah, Roger's talking. He got somebody out there trying to throw a little key out there. But yeah, you came on in there. I just didn't recognize it was you at first there, but I got you. 15-4 in the audio sling in Mobile. I got you up here near Moss Corner. I'm reading the mail.
That's that right. I appreciate you, 21. We back quiet. We had to go get some pop going. That's where we go.
10 Roger. Okay, man. We'll get that popcorn and come on back and enjoy the show. And I'm back out.
Oh, 8 pounds over here.
10-4, that's your buddy.
See that? I've been in the White Dog mode. I was trying to meet it with White Dog that one day. We kept thinking it was a carrier, and it was White Dog's microphone that died. And I figured it might be him too. Anyway, he just White Dog radio there. I can hear you there, 21.
Yeah, Roger on that there. Yeah, up and down there. But anyway, I got to run inside and get me throw lozenge. I'll be right back.
I know you're right. I hate to tell you that you're right. You ain't doing it. I get down where you can't hear nobody. Just so.
10 Roger.
Get that same ticket tomorrow and key up on it.
Yeah.
The Beagle's bringing me her toy stash. She brought me to Ronald. I was too busy talking on the Civita place, and now she's bringing me her stuffed animals. Usually what she does that within an hour or two, there'll be like all these stuffed animals at my feet and all her little toys.
Well, this one won't work. Maybe I'll try the next one.
Yeah, he's only here for me. We broke out 93 years or something over that way. Can't wipe you out, though.
Yeah, 10-4, crazy man. Need to get something bigger than that.
Here's the one he just bought me.
Yes, a squeaky toy. He's got you the squeaky toy there, Roger.
He just brought it to me. It's one of these. It's really just a picture. I mean, you stuff like a plastic bottle up inside of it.
10-4.
I bet if I I could get her a brand new data pass back, so picture and that thing, it should be good for 20 to 30 minutes.
Right, right. Does she have trouble getting up and down the steps?
No, not at all. She's she's middle-aged. She can still do that.
10-4. Be right back. I gotta get a throat lozenge there.
Okay.
Skip trying to come in now.
It's been about this time when the Skip will start coming in at night. Start hearing Missouri and Arkansas and all that.
Come on, Skip Land.
Why, you daggone faggot. Go ahead and key about it like that. When you sign off, you go over there 45 there. That's the same signal. Bye. Human G-rated. We got the Mickey Mouse.
PG-13.
Yeah, Disney Channel.
Hey, them kids that go to work for Disney, a lot of times they don't really turn out a whole pretty too well there. They end up going down a bad road.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of them do that. Not just, Disney kids. There's a lot of them that kids, it's their teens, they're fine. They seem to be finding their teens in their 20s, and here comes the drugs, and then they get all screwed up.
Yeah, that just means they didn't have to work hard enough, and they need to work a little bit harder, and they made too much money when they was young.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of poor ones in average incomes that wind up wasting on drugs too, unfortunately.
Big 10-4 on that, man. There's a lot of bad stuff going around, that's for sure. Build a wall.
I know when I was in my 20s, trying to date and stuff, it was hard to find a girl who didn't have to have a cigarette in one hand and an alcoholic drink in the other, and maybe pills, in the bathroom, popping pills in the bathroom.
And it's just gotten worse over the generations. I'll tell you what, a lot of my friends, a lot of the old people that I know, they just really did not go down a good road at all.
Oh, no, danger. Yeah, you've been weak, 21. A week? Okay, I'm in the Mobile. Okay, yeah, I got about a little over half pound on it. Okay, well, I'm trying to, I got the Mobile now, I just wanted to let you know there. And am I getting out there, come on? Yeah, you have to have 5 now. Well, Roger, I just wanted to get a microphone check, boy. How's the microphone sound? That's pretty good. Well, Roger, I saw a little cheap $13.99 mic there with the blue light on it there. I told him, I saw wrote that email that he better watch out there with that blue light there. They might get the highway patrol, might pull him over if he gets swept and key up there, right? The one you had for a little while was kind of bassy. That was not so bassy. I don't know what you had when you first a week or a month or two back. You had one that was real bassy. Yeah, that's like Cobra Boss mic, the C72 with a compression circuit on it, that metal Cobra mic there. That's a nice mic there. It's not that plastic one with the stupid AAA batteries inside of it. Yeah, that 7-volt battery they used to have in some of those CB mics. Well, listen here, I've got one of them. It came out whenever the Cobra, let's see, 89, 98, 140, I don't remember which one it is now, I don't remember, but about sometime around when the Cobra 142 was out, and it's plastic, and it's ugly, and it's got like 3 AAA batteries in it in the bottom. I've only had one hand power mic. It was the Cobra M75. It got a 9-volt battery. I think I sold it. I had a radio on eBay that I sold it and just let it go because I wasn't using it. Well, I'm talking about this was a bass mic that Cobra had. The one that I
had in here was the metal one. That was the more expensive one. They had the compression circuit on it, had a 9-volt battery in it, and it had a, let's see, what else? I don't know, but it's a new one. It was one that came out with the Cobra 2000 there. But this right here has a 9-volt battery. I've got the Tri Plus 2 with the 7.5-volt battery in it. And then I have a Tri Plus 3B with a 7.5-volt battery in it. I haven't used it in a while, but they got those batteries on eBay. It's for a dog collar. They're only like about $4 or $5 a piece. And it's hard to get them, and to try to get the ones that Duracell makes.
Well, that 9-volt battery in that M75, I thought that was a good choice. You know, I just thought the sound of that mic was just okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. You know, but the fact they put a 9-volt battery in there, just, you know, easy to replace.
Yeah, I don't know what M75 is. I don't know who made that.
Oh, it had Cobra's name on it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay, I'll have to look it up there. All right, well, I'll be standing by. Where'd you go, crazy man?
I'm still here.
Okay, I was going to ride by over there around your place there.
Where you are?
Well, I'm on the motor right now.
Yeah, I hear you anymore. Where you headed?
Well, I want to go see Mr. Key down there.
I eat chicken shit. That's all it is. He can't man it up and say who it is. He keep playing his games.
Okay, I'll stand by.
Well, then, you already gotta get my eyes, get cataracts from my eyes out. The doctor says when you come in there, when you take them out, it's gonna take 2 weeks to do it. My sister's doing the same thing too. Both of us going in on the 25th. I'll talk to the lady and know. Be sure my insurance is covered. I'm debating on whether to get mine zapped again. I had LASIK back in 2000 and it helped a lot, but now I've got some astigmatism again. I know you, right? My brown's a bat in my right eye. This lady up there the one that found out and she got my number there. Everything about me, about my insurance, and she got my social security number and all that. And she said, okay, you'll show up around 21st, you could do some filling out paperwork, and after that, I think 2 or 3 days after that, we'd go in. I hope anyway, I'll be glad to get rid of this doggone blindness. I sure wasn't glad when I had LASIK. My vision had gotten so bad at one point I couldn't even read the license plate on the car in front of me at a stoplight. It's like I come out from 21's house and going close dark. Shoot, I can't tell how close that car is up in front of me. The third was up close to me when he wasn't. Yeah, I had 20/20 vision when I was, a teenager in early 20s, but boy, in my 30s, I was like, I sat there at that stoplight trying to read that license plate. I said, I got to do something about this. And lady's up there doing all that therapy on me, doing all that checking my eyes and all. She said, you can't see that, man. The mama can't see it. You go up, close your eye, put something over your eye and check it again. She said, oh boy, that shocked me. I said, I know, I told you that. That's my right eye. What you do take cataracts, I'm going to let him work on the right eye first. I was hoping we were going to get Maverick in here. I was going to he sent me an email a while back about something, and unfortunately the mail server, the spam filter on the mail server blocked it, and I wanted to tell him I put spam filters on his domain so he could hopefully send that email again. I know you, right? Where's that egg pulling that carrier on his wall, though? It must got that cold. The truck couldn't handle that going cold air, and it must have took off and get warm. Well, maybe they reached wherever they were getting to, or either that, or maybe it was somebody trying to break in and their mic wasn't working. No, it wasn't that. That's taking bounce and going back and forth around. You got it. Where'd you go, Eliminator? You still in there?
Yeah, I'm just watching a thing on my phone about this guy shooting iron skillets to see how many that he can go through.
You and Someplace pick it up. I need to go downstairs for a minute.
Oh! 10-4. Well, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in here, but we'll be in here for a little bit. And we'll watch a couple of these old videos, listen to y'all, and they're talking about the dark side of the moon. I thought that was a song, but hey, what do I know?
Down the pork chop's looking good. I'm not really going to start buying up my damn pork chops now again. I'm fixing me some good ones too. We're 44 and 41 fighting over sometime. You tell my neighbor's cooking, she can't cook rice up in cold. She can cook rice. They can get rocks in it.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. She must got how to cook rice in a steamer. She don't have it sanding over enough.
Well, the way she cooked us up something tonight, I don't know, I can't even tell you what it was. I'm calling them tacos, but it had different stuff than tacos. Yeah, fried chicken, hamburger, and it had some beef in there, and some onions, and peppers, and cheese on it. It was pretty good. That was sauteed steak and onions and sauteed peppers on a taco bun. I just had regular taco meat, hamburger, and taco sauce. That had to hook up.
Oh, no.
Right now.
You could have.
Yeah, I know, but I know you can't handle that taco meat, so I left you the steak.
Oh, I can handle it. I take an anti-acid pill every day. Most of the time, it don't bother me.
I remember having a juicy steak, and they had one of them things that's so damn long. Ain't funny. They got no teeth. So as I get the steak, you put a worn out, put some of that tenderizer on it, and let it sit around overnight, and next day I cook it up. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go get you some T-bone steak, crazy man.
I got your money. No problem with that. You can go to the store and buy anything you want. So it's hard to find that good steak.
Boy, cook that thing on the grill with that charcoal. Oh, man. Can't beat it.
I got no grill. He got one outside, and that was going to burn all to the heck up. We can't cook anything in that grill. So I brought my porch down one afternoon. He took doggone far out of it. I don't think he knew where he was. Got set the damn front of the porch on fire. I looked out the door there in the late afternoon. I seen something smoking. See the fire coming out of the grill. All right, hey, you got something on that grill? No, I ain't got nothing on that grill. Well, you got something on it. Damn thing catching the porch on fire. He took off that door. Went pick up that lid off that grill. Shoot, the fire shot right out of that. One piece of damn sausage. It fell back up against the top of the rail, the back side of it, and all that grease coming off of it. Shooting down up, grilled up, shoot. And looking, I ain't ate none of that. Shoot, that rest will be all that break out of that. Oh, there we go again.
Hey, Night Ranger.
Yeah, somebody said they can hear us in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Oh no, hello. And St. Paul, Minnesota there. I don't know. Hey, Night Ranger, Paul Williams said hello.
Hello, Paul Williams.
So where did they tell you that at there, crazy man? Not Ranger.
Crazy Ranger, Night Man. Justin just put that on my YouTube feed.
10-4, 10-4.
There's that solid music again.
All right, Justin, we'll give you a window if you want to try to come in. If you make it back, we'll listen for you. See if we got any conditions back the other way. Night Ranger around Charleston, South Carolina.
Who you said that was out there? You heard us over here talking?
Hold on.
I'm not hearing anything. Can you hear him, Chris? 21.
No, I can't.
Don't get bad.
I can't hear him. I can hear Crazy Man.
Yeah, I'll probably begin with good on the horizontal and go towards Minnesota and see if I can hear him on that.
10-4. Did 15-4 get the popcorn?
We got it. We ain't got back to the Ponderosa yet, but we got the popcorn.
Now, did you get the kind that was already popped, or you got to pop it?
I got to pop it.
10-4.
Well, Papa, better get it all done, don't you? Be going like it's hard yet.
Yeah, I got enough for everybody. For 21, Crazy Man, and Night Ranger.
I can't eat popcorn, I got no teeth.
You just have to let it soak a while, that's all.
I got one standing there, there's something on the right side of that daggone tooth on the bottom. Boy, chewing on some kind of hard meat or something like that, and they go to a part of it, just keep cracking loose. So, no, I got to hurry up and get them damn things straight. I got to save up on $800, save it up, and go down at I think it's me mountain and rivers there, on the board.
Crazy, all you got to do is just let it soak a while. You just can't bite down into it, you got to let it soak a while.
They don't do that. That's too string. It tastes like no popcorn.
Well, if you put enough butter on it, hey, that's all you need.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Get enough butter on it and bypass my rotten teeth and it goes down my taste buds. That'd be good.
You got that right. All right, mighty fine. We back this mobile down. We almost at the Ponderosa. I'm clearing up.
Yeah, that mobile sounding good.
Hey, all right, we appreciate it. I'm glad to get bigger talking to you a little bit anyway.
10-4.
When you get finished cooking, I believe I'll be in bed there. I got babysitting around 25 minutes to 11 in the morning. I got to be over there. Then it'd be on the day, 4 cups of coffee before I get over there.
Okay. My grandson spent the night last night, and they just came and got him there, so I won't have anybody in there tomorrow, so I can sleep till about 10 o'clock. But have you heard anything about the rain coming yet? I know it's 30%, but it didn't even rain today. And it's nice outside right now. It's probably going to rain because it's warming up a little bit. I need to get out there and do a little more work on that utility trailer. I got a lot done today.
But you did.
I didn't get out there. I didn't start messing with it about 2 o'clock, and I came in about 4:30. And, I just back was bothering me the last couple of days after doing all that stuff that I did at Word 20 there. So, but it's cold too. So I just came on in and I got the expanded metal put on the drop tailgate there and welded that all the way around. And I'm using old bed frame angle iron to cap it off with. I finally found something I can use it for.
Well, you had 49 intake
like it's 47.
Yeah, that mower junkie's up there, and I forget what part of South Carolina he's in there. He said it's raining up there, and let's see. Oh, Butterbean, he's up there in North Carolina. It's 33 degrees and it's raining, and he's waiting on the ice.
I noticed a guy in a whole lot of pink up that way. Boy, got a whole lot of pink going up there, boys, probably South Carolina, up in Washington, D.C. and all that.
Yeah, more junkies up there in the Midlands there. I was born up there in Union, South Carolina. Got a friend in Whitmire, which we lived on Whitmire Highway when I was born there at Wallace Thompson Hospital. And he's a soggy bottom soldier up that way, Joey Johnson. Sometimes he stops by. And so maybe we can get him on there. Maybe that more junkie might have heard him up. I don't know how far he is from Whitmire, but who knows? Used to be Dr. Payne up there near Columbia. Used to talk to him. Don't hear him anymore.
How about a crazy man? Hey, 5 degrees up there in San Diego, New York.
You got me a big old chicken. I'll bring it to you tenfold.
I hear you there. Where you at? You coming over here this time tonight?
Yeah, 42. I'm driving around everywhere, delivering chickens everywhere. I got some rotisserie chickens. I'm going to bring you a rotisserie chicken. Then I'm going to go over to 21s and bring him a rotisserie chicken. And then I'm going to go over to where, what's his name used to live at. He passed away now. So, I got a lot of chickens here in the damn car, and I got them loaded down, tenfold.
I thought I heard you had that. So one of them keep right up on the way to you out, Mrs. Tam. Yeah, maybe somebody this late coming over to get them chickens. You hear that, 21?
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah. I tell you what, there. I sure hope he's keeping them warm, and because I know you don't like no cold, juicy rotisserie chickens. I think he's made something he told me about that he was going to make. It's something like a styrofoam box, like with no lid on it, and it's not real tall, and it's enough. He can set 3 rotisserie chickens side by side, and then what he does, he puts them in the driver's seat and sets on them and keeps them warm.
Oh, no. Everything on my radar phone right here on my cell phone. Oh, it ain't too far from us. Up at I-26, going up I-26, way past 95. I think it's going that route now. We might get some of that pink doggone snow. You never know. Got rain all mixed in it. Oh, well, if it do it, we don't. It's still got 30% chance of rain tomorrow.
Hey, Roger. Well, if it got the 30% we had today and we didn't get any here, and it was pretty nice here today, it's warming up, since earlier, and that's why that I think it might, if it's going to rain, that's the way it does around here. It'll warm up and then rain and turn cold, and so it's already rained the other day, and I'll tell you what, we sure don't need any more rain. That lot of the very front way up there at the corner, that thing is a swamp. They was going to try to put a septic tank up there, but I guarantee you, I don't see how they can do it unless they build that thing up about 3 foot high.
You got that right. Yeah, tomorrow, Sunday got sunshine, partly cloudy, and 60 degrees. I don't think we get no snow or rain.
Yeah, I needed to hang on one more day so I can get out there and try to finish that tailgate, and I want to start on the trailer lights. I just didn't feel like it tonight there because I got to crawl up underneath there and do some stuff. But anyway, I got it figured out this time. Instead of running one set of wires all the way down one side, I'm running 2 sets all the way, one set down one side and one set down the other side. I'm not using the trailer as a ground. Everything gets its own ground wire. That way I don't have to worry about corrosion messing with the ground wire,
14,
That's what I did on my truck. It had that wire going up there to the frame, and when that flood came, I had the back of my truck in the water. Had the front end up about 3 foot high up on a loading dock, but the back end was being bathed for hours in salt water, and that's whenever the trailer lights went out. Because that ground connection got corroded. It didn't look bad, but I know that's what it was. So I cut that off and I ran it straight from the battery connection that I got in the back battery ground in the back. So there's no way it can get corroded up there. I got it up above, up in the top of the truck.
Yeah, partner. The 987 said he called me. Don't show it on my phone where he called me. You want me to call you? I'll call you Trace, man.
Yeah, call him there, number 3 in the circle. Number 3 in a circle. Give Crazy Man a double L. Double L.
That's 10 volt. Let me open up my damn phone. See, I'll get it. I'll get it on down and see.
He's been in the trunk.
Find him. I gotta find him. Crazy Man. Crazy Man. 1012. I'll find him on the phone.
10-4.
Yeah. Real close. The radio at his house doesn't never get this strong. Hey, Crazy Man, I tell you what, I've been eating some chickens today. Been eating a lot of rotisserie chickens, and I feel good. And my sitting was strong. Hey, I tell you what, Crazy Man, if you go to Sam's Wholesale, if you don't go, and you ask me to go, well, I think I'm going to get up out of here and call it a night. So, if I get you all later, go 540 there. Wave your hand, say goodnight.
All right, Illuminator, you have a good night, and take it easy.
Mr. T, catch you later, Bo. Where's Jordan? Catch you later on. You have a good day tomorrow. Hope you do anyway. We catch you later. You call me crazy with by out. All right, Eliminator, into it. I'll catch up with you later.
All right, Mr. T, 21 over here. We're waving. We're back out.
Good evening to you. You do it again, no doubt about it. Eliminator 15-4 on this end. Oh, 15-4. We heard that, no doubt about it. Catch y'all later. Right on. All right, we can talk about him now. You don't care as long as it's good.
How about that number 3 in the circle? Number 3 in the circle break.
Yeah, I just called the Crazy Man on my telephone number I had on the cell phone, and some other guy.
He's been in the trunk.
I said, hey, Crazy Man, how's it going? And he said, huh? Who are you? What are you calling this number for? So Crazy Man's number has been changed.
Crazy Man's number has been changed. Okay, let me get my phone out. Let me get my phone out right now. What number did you get so I won't call that? Let me check. Let me call you so you can tell me what number you called.
I told him what you called today. Right after 7 o'clock. And it's wrong then. And it's on my cell phone here.
Yeah, well, I don't know what happened between the time that I called you and now. You know, they could have messed up that phone or something. Somebody might have went in your phone and you didn't know it. They could have, when you had that phone next door, it could have had like a time limit on it to where that a certain date that it went changing up numbers and all that. Sometimes that happens. I had a phone like that one time. I was talking on it one time, and then I stopped talking for a second to try to listen, and there was somebody else on there talking to me. I didn't know who they were.
I say, what you do is call 867-5309 and ask for Jenny. Oh, no, I ain't got nobody Jenny over here. But his name, though. Yeah, my phone, she ain't met my phone since Wednesday. My phone been right. Janet come over here and straightened it all out and said, don't let that drunk woman do that anymore.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, but that's somebody calling you when you've been calling people. See, it's different when they're calling you there. You know what your number is when you're calling, like if you're calling me you know what my number is, but when you got something wrong with your phone, we don't know what your number is.
My phone never been changed. I had this phone since it was sent over in Del Valley. That's a long time.
No, I guarantee you had a lot of different phone numbers there, different ones there, because you had a phone that was with Red Devil and Mrs. Devil, and then they got mad, and then you got another phone, and you got another phone there.
Same number. But no matter what number you get, Sarah at Consumer Services will find you and ask you about your current credit card account.
Somehow 76. The last two numbers were 76. Well, I dialed that telephone number, and it was some different guy, and he said, no crazy man here.
I've got no 76 on my phone.
Well, you used to, because I got your name on my flip phone, and it has your name on it, and it has 76. So let me look at it again.
You got to get the number right, or you crazy man, help him with it, because he got those chickens. I wanted one. He said he's going to bring me one now. You're going to mess me up now. Where'd you go, crazy man?
I'm from the damn glasses.
Oh.
Yeah, tempo, crazy man. I got 76 on your, Hey, Subbly, stepping outside to smoke a cigarette. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm asking up, phone number is 3911.
Well, get it all straightened out. Let me see. Here's another guy. Let's see who this is up here. Let's see who. I'll have to check it out. Well, let me investigate this. But I know that one number there, it had 76 there. That guy said, I'm not crazy, man. So I said, I'm sorry. I apologize. And no harm done.
That's the old number I used to have there, roundabout. That's my old one I lived over in Del Valley. Mine's last four digits is 3911.
Well, I don't have that one.
Be careful that your little buddy will be calling you.
That son of a bitch called me a cuss attack and where the hell he's at me go get with his ass. By myself, maybe. The absolute worst wrong number I ever got was somebody called me at 1 or 2 in the morning, and the guy was completely sincere. He had the wrong number, and he had the right first name. And I'm all groggy and everything, and he told me that my father had a heart attack and died on the way to the hospital. He was dead serious. And he kept telling me, what his name was. He was uncle's, whatever it was. And I was like, what? Of course, I'm groggy anyway. And I felt like, who is this? He said, this is Uncle so-and-so. I mean, the guy was dead serious. I said, who do you think this happened to? And he called the right first name and then the wrong last name. And I said, you have the wrong number. On the way to happen. I know doggone the damn Mike's still remembers calling my phone number last I called her. I said, who is it? And she told me, and I said, well, I hate to break it to you. Mike, the person you calling. What it look like? The brown, white, pink, or what? He's the brown. I said, well, I don't know anybody got brown stem. When it went across the street, they don't need a damn number. I had this black woman call me. This true story. This black woman called me one time, and she asked to speak to some guy. And I said, I'm sorry, you have the wrong number. And she said, no, I don't. I said, did you just ask to speak to whoever, what the name was? And she said, yeah. I said, then you have the wrong number. She said, no, I don't, but that's all right. I'll be right down. Well, I knew that people used to call this bar. They would try to call this bar and they'd get me instead. Like the last four digits were the same, but the first three were different. So I figured that's what she was doing, calling that bar. I said, all right, you're right. You do have the right number. He was another woman, and he said, if you come down there, he's going to slap your big black ass down, and then I hung up. Oh, no.
I had when I was on James Island, I had one of those recorders like Crazy Man calls it a cordon machine, and it's an answering service thing, and so this lady kept calling, all the time, and and that particular day I wasn't there, and she left a message on there. So I called her back. I said, "Look, you've been calling my house and calling my house. I told you you had the wrong number. I haven't called your house." I said, "Okay, I've got you right here on this answering machine. Let me play it back for you." So I played it back, and she says, "You better stop recording me. You stop recording." I said, "Lady, you're the one that recorded it yourself. It's an answering machine."
Yeah, some people are just dumb beyond belief. I mean, I remember when somebody called and asked to speak to my wife, they said, "May I speak to you?" Basically, Mrs. Night Ranger, If I speak to Mrs. Night Ranger, of course, I'm not married. And I said, "No." And they said, "What? Is she there right now?" And I said, "No." And they said, do you know when she'll be back?" I said, "No."
Oh, so they're calling for Mrs. Night Ranger?
Yeah, they're calling for Mrs. Night Ranger.
I'm waiting for them to call Mrs. Dirty Diaper.
I
heard they got one on Facebook. This guy, the other night, you might have heard him in there. He was from Massachusetts. He said, "Hey, you sound different." I said, "Well, I'm on a different radio." I said, "A different radio tonight." I was trying another radio. And so-and-so and all like that, talking to me. And he says, "Well, I got you on Facebook." And I said, "Well, I don't have my CB handle on there." And, "Oh, yeah, you do." I said, "I do not." Anyway, so come to find out, he said it's some guy's name and then Dirty Diaper. I said, "Well, I've never heard him." I said, "If I did, I'd key on him." And I said, "I've never heard of him." I said, "It's mighty funny. I got like 600 videos on YouTube, and you Google Dirty Diaper 21 and you get me. So I don't know what to tell you,
Yeah, that's right. They've been close to him, but they'll make him change his mind.
I had some guy, I had Sears Siding, they used to call me and they'd say, "May I speak to the homeowner?" And I said, "He moved."
I know there used to be a Dirty Diaper in Rock Hill, you said. And I heard one out in Skipland one time, and then there was one that I know that was using that handle, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, it's I figure, why they want to do that? Because I started out just as a joke, as whatever when I did it as a joke. But then I found out that people liked it, and it's kind of like out in Skipland, they said, "Well, this is let's see, any kind of some other handle, like Strongman or Big Antenna, something like that." They'd probably forget that, but it was a self-deprecating type thing, and they would laugh, so they'd remember it. And I've had talked to them like 6 or 8 years ago. "Oh, I remember talking to you about 6 or 8 years ago, Dirty Diaper. How you been doing?" See, they remember that handle.
Yep. Yeah, back around 1976, there was a Dirty Diaper, and there was also a diaper wiper in Rock Hill. About the same time, Dirty Diaper and diaper wiper.
I mean, must have to wipe it out all the time, huh?
No, two completely different people, but yeah, those handles were around. They all around there for a year or two, and then they disappeared.
Well, one reason I thought about it is because I had a real good friend on James Island. He was on the older group back in the day. He was back in there when there was a guy that used to be on the radio called Recon Ranger. I'm not going to say who he is, but back in that time, I had just got on there whenever Recon Ranger was kind of getting out of town, but I did hear him in there some, but I was just getting on the radio then in South Carolina because I'd been in Georgia, and I just had a mobile at the time in Georgia. But anyway, his handle was Dirty Britches, and he got cancer and he died. and his wife called me and said that when he, before he died, he wanted me to get his amplifier. He had a 2-piece Palomar. I still got it, and I don't use it, but so I said, okay. So I went over there and bought it from him. Bought it from her. It wasn't. I didn't pay a whole lot for it. I don't remember, maybe $100, maybe. And I used it, used it for years and years. And Big Bucket rebuilt he made a new printed circuit board for the thing, because those amplifiers are famous for burning holes in the printed circuit board and a bunch of other problems they had, but they've been straightened out pretty good. But anyway, that's why I kind of went with that handle. Just kind of didn't want to steal his handle because he was dead.
Yeah, was that a skipper or was that the 300A? Or I think those are the only 2 pieces I know of that they made.
Yeah, the 300A.
Yeah, I had one of those in 1985. When it was working, it would kick butt, but it kept having to replace the transistors for the keying circuit.
I know, they'll go bad in a heartbeat. No, I've got the Skipper 300. It's a single piece. It's got the 8950s in it.
Yeah, they look similar from the front. I don't know if it's got the chrome top or not. The several versions. One's got the black top, one's got the chrome top. Yeah, there's one right now in Rock Hill for like $250 on 300A with the chrome top. For like $250 on Craigslist in Rock Hill right now.
Did you see that one? That I think it was on there that was black front. That's a pretty one.
I was on the one that the guy is trying to sell it. He doesn't have the power supply, and somebody wants $200 for it. Whoever buys it's going to be very unhappy when they find out it won't work without the external power supply.
Oh yeah, that was the one with the black front there. That was the pretty one. The one I've got like 3 or 4 of those things, and they're blue in the front. Then I got that 90 Palomar 90A. It looks like the 300A, but it's got the slide switches, or maybe like we call them, Crazy Man, mash buttons. It's got the mash buttons on the front there and some switches. It's black plastic.
Yeah, I got a Cobra 21. I got it in my truck. I got buttons.
You got a Cobra 21 in your truck?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that.
I told you that.
I added adequate ventilation. That thing gets so hot, I'd see the
Keyed on you.
start peeling off some of the wires like fuel peeling off a banana.
Yeah, they get hot now. That's one thing. That fan is a crappy little fan in there. It needs like a muffin fan, and boy, when those things get noisy, they tap, 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 and you put all the oil you want to in there, but they bounce back and forth. It's not turning, it's bouncing back and forth, and that thing's shocking me. I got my arm over here on the table, metal thing I made, and I've got this D104, and it's trying to shock my wrist, so I got to ground this radio.
Yes, 10-4. How's my modulation tonight? How's my modulation? Come on. This is roundabout number 3.
Go back to them, Crazy Man.
And about too late, baby, me no chicken over here. No, this time of night, dude, you better take both of them to 21. Got my behind going to bed. My phone, truth falling asleep. It's my head on this damn deal 4.
Yeah, 10-4. I'll bring you over some chicken up there, Crazy Man. Crazy Man, you need some chickens. I mean, you probably about 53 years old by now. So you need some chickens to keep your damn protein up. You got to keep your stamina up. So you can get on here on the radio and talk everything. Okay.
You got to get to somebody out there, cause up my ass ain't getting back up when I go to bed. I'm tired now. I catch y'all right at 21, Sawbridge, 15-4, 21. Catch y'all right at 1:10-7.
You missed Night Ranger.
What you call it? You couldn't remember that. What you call it? You couldn't remember. Rangers knew like you got you all confused out there. All right, there's Night Ranger. Catch you later, bud.
All right, Crazy Man. Take care. We'll talk to you later.
See you later, Crazy Man.
Oh, catch you later.
Yeah, Crazy Man, you didn't say good night to me. You better say good night to number 3. Come on.
I don't call it number 3. I just eat bad news. Anyway, I say good night, I'll catch you later. Me and my dripping nose over here still like a damn spigot still dripping. All right, catch you all of y'all. Say good night to you. God bless all of y'all out there.